我喜欢你，你喜欢我，我喜欢你喜欢我。
喝了个雷，超级加倍。
Cantarella is a super easy-to-use DPS healer with a short rotation and big potential thanks to Annihilation plus skill damage outer. Hey guys, Bai here. Today we're diving into a full Cantarella guide. No stiff translations, just clean step-by-step tips from basics to advanced plays. Smash that like button, and let's catch some jellyfish. Cantarella's core gameplay revolves around 3 steps. Generate energy, convert energy into crystals, and then consume crystals to deal damage. More specifically, Cantarella gains energy through her intro skill, resonance skill, and ultimate. Once you've gathered enough energy, hold the basic attack button to enter Mirage. I absolutely love this mechanic. In Mirage, her resonance skill transforms into an enhanced resonance skill, and each basic attack will convert 1 energy bar into a crystal. The little gems you see here, you can hold up to 3. Watching won't beat doing, so if you can, hop into the game and follow along with me on by as we go through the basic rotation together. First, use your intro skill to enter the field, then cast your echo skill, resonance skill, and ultimate in that order. This will instantly fill up your energy gauge. Next, hold the basic attack button to enter Mirage and cast the enhanced resonance skill. Then, use 3 basic attacks. By this point, you'll have 3 crystals fully charged, and your final resonance skill will be ready. Fire off your final resonance skill and voila! The concerto gauge is now full. Go ahead and switch characters. Cantarella also comes with a unique mechanic, generating concerto energy through echo skills. Specifically, after entering the field via her intro skill, Cantarella triggers a special state. During this state, every time an ally casts an echo skill with a different name, Cantarella gains 6 concerto energy. This effect can stack up to 6 times, giving a total of 36 concerto energy. Her enhanced resonance skill, final resonance skill, and ultimate are all considered echo-type skills. That means in the basic rotation we covered earlier, she can trigger this mechanic 4 times, making it a key source of concerto generation. This design feels a bit odd, almost like it's laying the groundwork for future Havoc team synergies. If we dare to speculate, what if a future Dark Element DPS also revolves around echo casting? Now that we understand Cantarella's basic mechanics, let's break down her skills step by step, based on what we've just learned. First up is the intro skill. When Cantarella enters the field using her intro skill, she immediately gains 1 bar of energy. Basic skill, resonance skill, and ultimate. Her normal skill just hits once, giving 10 concerto and 1 energy bar. Cantarella's ultimate gives a team-wide buff, summoning a jellyfish for each hit your active character lands. Even better, activating it instantly fills 3 energy bars. After collecting energy from her intro, skill, and ultimate, hold basic attack to enter Mirage. Mirage mode turns your energy into crystals via basic attacks. Once activated, just cast skill, then basic attack. That's it! First, while in Mirage, Cantarella's resonance skill is replaced by Flickering Reverie. Aside from dealing damage, Flickering Reverie applies the Hazy Dream state to enemies upon hit. Additionally, your next attack against enemies in the Hazy Dream state will deal bonus damage. In short, after testing it out, Flickering Reverie has an absurdly long targeting range. In the open world, it can precisely lock onto any visible enemy, no matter how far. And in deeper challenges like the tower, it basically covers the entire map. After Flickering Reverie, use enhanced basics to build crystals and heal your team. At 3 crystals, stop attacking or you'll exit Mirage early. 3 basic attacks fill your crystals, unlocking your final resonance skill. Just make sure you don't run out of energy or exceed 8 seconds, or you'll lose your chance. Fourth Circuit, Perception Drain hits hard, heals your team, and keeps Flickering Reverie slow and bonus damage. Fourth Circuit Perception Drain has a short cast and no super armor. Slow only triggers after damage hits. Wait too long to switch, you might get knocked. Switch too early, you'll miss weapon and outro buffs. Got the hang of Cantarella. Time to talk team comps. Right now, Cantarella works great in Jinxie teams, especially if you don't have Jatsi. She's easy to play and finishes her job fast with just 1 intro skill. The main downside is that Cantarella doesn't generate much energy on her own, so she does have a bit of an energy pressure. So we recommend an easy 1-burst rotation. Open the tower and follow along. Start with Ginxie's Echo skill and Resonance skill. Switch to Shorekeeper and fully charge the Concerto gauge. Use intro skill to bring Jinxie back. Cast resonance skill and ultimate basic attack 3 times. Use another resonance skill, basic once more to refresh the enhanced resonance skill, then release it. That's Jinxie's first burst rotation. Start the loop with Cantarella. Intro in. Echo skill, resonance skill, ultimate. After the ult animation, hold basic to enter Mirage. Cast Flickering Reverie. Do 3 basic attacks to gain crystals. Then unleash Fort Circuit. Perception Drain. Once the damage lands, switch to Jinxie and run her full combo. That's 1 full rotation. Then intro Shorekeeper. Fill the Concerto gauge and bring Jinxie back for the next round. If you got Cantarella from the banner and don't have Jinxie yet, she can still be used in a single DPS setup as a transitional choice. Just keep in mind, she really needs at least Resonance Chain 1, and the rotation has a bit of a skill floor. Why? Because Fort Circuit Perception Drain has an 18-second cooldown, so she only gets 1 chance per buff cycle. In teams like Rosha plus Shorekeeper, the loop is simple but too slow. You can't maintain that 18-second window. Only when paired with Sanhua can Cantarella hit 1 perception drain every 18 seconds, unlocking her full potential. But that comes with a high execution cost, so we won't go into detail for now. Let's talk about how to build Cantarella. Depending on which team you're running, we've got a few different build options. Let's break them down one by one. In a Jinxie Cantarella Shorekeeper team, the new Havoc Echo sets 15% Havoc damage. Buff is basically useless. No one else deals Havoc damage. The Empyrean Anthem Echo set with a steady 20% attack bonus is just a better choice overall. In a Jinxie Cantarella Shorekeeper team using 1 burst rotations, Moonlit Clouds has poor buff uptime, so Empyrean Anthem's steady 20% attack bonus is generally better. But Moonlit Clouds does have a trick. The 4-cost Darkbird Echo restores 10 energy on hit after shapeshift, which helps with her energy pressure. So if you don't want energy regen on your 3-cost echoes, it's still worth considering. Cantarella's stat priorities are a bit different this time. For 3-cost echoes, energy regen is highly recommended as a main stat, and for substats, it's our number 2 priority. Why? Because her energy generation is low until she hits 140%. Energy regen is super valuable. Once you're there, feel free to stack pure damage. In terms of weapons, based on a simplified rotation cycle, the expected single target DPS per second is as follows. For Cantarella in Havoc teams, there are 2 main playstyles. If you're running her as a healer support hybrid, we recommend the new Havoc Echo set, Midnight Veil. If you're using her in a single DPS setup, the older Havoc set, Havoc Eclipse, is a better fit. In terms of weapons, based on a simplified rotation cycle, the expected single target DPS per second is as follows. So, in the end, just pick whatever build fits your playstyle and team. You've got options. For skill upgrades, basic attack and intro skill deal about the same damage in rotation, but basic attack is way more useful in open world content, so it gets the edge in upgrade priority. Cantarella's resonance chain upgrades affect her damage differently depending on the build. Chains 1, 3, and 6 especially change how her single DP's rotation works, so the numbers we show for single DPs are just a reference, not a strict guide. Jinxie plus Cantarella team composition. Sanhua or Rosha, paired with Cantarella. Chain 1 is simple but strong. All 3 skill forms get a 50% damage boost, and her Fort Circuit Perception Drain becomes uninterruptible. It also restores 1 energy per skill cast, which doesn't matter much in healer builds, but helps in DPS setups. Chain 2 lets her ultimate apply Hazy Dream, just like her enhanced and fort skills. Plus, the awakening damage triggered on slowed enemies gets a 245% multiplier boost. So after casting Perception Drain, it's now worth landing a basic attack to trigger that bonus damage before swapping out. Chain 3 buffs the first hit of her ultimate by 370%, giving her a real burst spike, up to 26% more in quick swap play. It also puts her straight into Mirage, so no need to charge attack. That means faster setups and fewer chances of getting interrupted. But since you're skipping the charge, you lose some concerto value. So now the new combo is Intro gives basic attack, gives echo, gives skill, gives ultimate. Resonance Chain 4 mainly improves survivability, but in terms of damage it's basically a 0 gain. So it's more of a transitional chain. Resonance Chain 5 gives a stable boost. It increases the number of jellyfish summoned summoned by her ultimate, but the actual impact is pretty small, since the jellyfish have low damage scaling. And in a 25-second rotation, adding a few more doesn't really matter. Resonance Chain 6 is actually really solid. It gives a 30% defense shred. Even in support builds, that's a 24% damage boost. And considering how strong the first 3 chains already are, it's great to see Chain 6 still holding up with real value. No stingy numbers here. To wrap it up, Cantarella's Resonance Chains 1, 2, and 3 offer some really solid value. For mid-spenders looking to join the Fusale family, she's definitely worth considering. Chain 1 adds super armor to her fort circuit, so no more getting knocked out mid-cast. And Chain 3 lets her enter Mirage right after using her ultimate, speeding up her entire rotation. Both the mechanics and the numbers feel great. All in all, Cantarella is a beautifully designed character, deadly and graceful, just like a jellyfish. Her playstyle is surprisingly beginner-friendly too, so even new players can pick her up fast. In the current version, she works best when paired with Jinsei, providing time buff and resonance skill outro bonus support. Looking ahead, she also complements Rosha in terms of mechanics. But right now, they're still waiting on a proper Havoc DPS to tie it all together. Given how her core skills are treated as echo skills, and the way she fuels Concerto via echo casting, it's pretty clear she's setting the stage for a future Havoc team. So if you're interested in small, medium, or large body type dark team comps, you might want to grab her early and pair her with Jinsei for now. In this video, we'll go over some extra tips and details for using Cantarella more effectively. Cantarella's signature weapon, Whispers of Sirens, has a small detail. Once the effect is triggered by her intro skill or basic attack, it can't be triggered again for 10 seconds. And if you switch characters during that time, the effect ends early. What this means is, once Cantarella triggers her weapon effect, she pretty much has to stay on field and finish her full rotation before swapping out. So yeah, not a lot of fancy tricks here. She's simple, straightforward, and easy to play. Like we said earlier, Cantarella's enhanced skill and perception drain apply a slow called Hazy Dream. It lasts 6.5 seconds and heavily reduces enemy movement. But once Cantarella hits the target again, the slow is gone. Tool damage, coordinated attacks, or other teammates won't trigger any extra effects. At best, they just cancel the slow. When you enter with intro skill, pressing basic attack right after lets you skip to the third hit and gain 1 energy. But honestly, between intro, skill, and ultimate, you're already at full energy, and your Concerto gauge will fill just fine. So it's not really necessary. Now, if you trigger intro skill during Mirage, it turns into a special version that hits the enemy and calls out 3 coordinated attacks. Next is her ultimate mechanic. Upon activation, Cantarella grants all teammates a 30-second buff. While this buff is active, any on-field character that deals damage will summon jellyfish to perform coordinated attacks on the target. Here's how the jellyfish work. For every instance of damage dealt, a 3-second window opens where the jellyfish will attack once per second, up to 21 times in total. The visual and functional effect is similar to Jesse's ultimate. The initial cast of the ultimate also deals a single hit burst damage with a 376% multiplier, followed by 305% total damage from the jellyfish's coordinated attacks. Cantarella's overall damage mainly scales with basic attack type skills, but her kit actually includes a ton of coordinated attacks, which honestly feels like it's setting up for future synergy-based comps. Her ultimate is pure coordinated damage, and both the third hit of her Mirage basic attack and the special intro skill trigger 3 coordinated attacks each. Here's a neat little detail. That third Mirage basic attack actually deals 4 hits total, but only 3 of them are classified as coordinated attacks. So yeah, it's not just animation flair that's baked into the mechanics. She's a jellyfish, so of course she has special effects in water. When Cantarella is floating, she swims faster, uses less stamina, and restores 1 energy every 5 seconds. It's clear the devs didn't want to restrict her too much. Her energy management is actually really forgiving. Congrats on making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to follow for more. See you in the next one.